This prisoner only did one thing every day. That was to deliberately get close to the prison guards, carefully observe the keys on their waists, then return to his cell and meticulously draw their outlines. He couldn't afford any deviation, even the smallest detail. He would draw dozens of times, just to replicate the key's appearance as accurately as possible. But everything wasn't over yet. After the guard checked the cells, he would light a match, and carefully observe the keyhole of the cell door. Then take a piece of white paper, carefully press it against the keyhole, then continuously rub it back and forth with his hand. This way he got the outline of the keyhole's exterior. But how could he know what it looked like inside? The method was quite simple. Roll up the paper and slowly insert it. Then use a stick to stir it back and forth. This way the internal shape of the keyhole was imprinted on it. Finally compare it with the key. Though he had the drawings, this was far from enough to escape. He needed to actually make it. Getting materials became a challenge. But the man quickly thought of a solution. That was to make keys from wood. Getting metal in prison was difficult, but wood was plentiful. His companions laughed at him, saying wooden keys would break instantly. He said they wouldn't break if made along the keyhole's grain. Seeing how serious they were, Mark had no choice but to agree. They happened to be working in the woodshop that day, following the key's shape. The man quickly made an initial model. All that was left was to take it back and polish it. To avoid detection by the guards, he hid the materials in his water bottle. Then his companion made noise to distract the guards. He quickly covered the bottle opening with a towel. The guards seemed to notice something, and ordered everyone to line up for bottle inspection. Thanks to the wet towel's absorption, the model hidden inside wasn't poured out. The guard shook it a couple more times. Seeing nothing inside, returned it to him. That's how the man successfully obtained his materials. Next he just needed to carve out the key's profile, then assemble it with glue. A wooden key was complete. Now it was time to test it. He inserted the key into the lock with anticipation. When he heard a crisp click from inside, the man knew he had succeeded. The next second he opened the cell door, breathing free air. But this wasn't enough to escape. He needed to make all the keys here. So in the days that followed, whenever he had a chance, he would stare at the keys on guards' waists, and memorize them firmly in his mind. He needed to make dozens of such keys, to open all the prison doors, and he had to test each key he made, to ensure the escape plan was foolproof. Under his companion's cover, the man began his attempts. He would always carry a file with him, for making adjustments on the spot. But this time something went wrong. The key got stuck in the keyhole. Worse still, the guard was coming to check at that moment.